Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Thursday, November 6th. All right. And I pre-drew out some lines for you because we're about there. And it's time for you to be aware of that so you don't get stuck in the top and you can maximize the profits and go from there. All right. Taking a look at the Dow here. I drew out a few lines here. Here's a current trend line for the very high end. Okay, so it comes all the way up over here, and the other trend line that we're running is this one here, and that's off the top of all these candles right here. So every time it meets this top, it drops, top drops, top drops, so on and so forth. Here it couldn't make it up there. That's very bearish. Same thing here, it was very bearish. So you could see how, this was nice and consistent and slow and steady. And you can see where the chop is really coming into play now. So there's some issues in here. They're really milking this market for whatever it's worth, that's for sure. Whoever's playing this game is having fun because after this move from here to this trend line, it's going to be 2,000 points. Yep, 2,000 points. And they knew it down here, bought it all up, and now it's up here. So whoever's moving the market knows exactly what they're doing. And now CNBC is yelling at everybody to, all the funds are short. All the funds aren't making money this year, so it's time to buy, time to buy. Well, if they're chasing up here, they're going to have serious issues because this isn't going to last much longer. I can guarantee that. You get into an overbought situation, and after the overbought situation happens, you get a pullback, and it's just consistent, and it happens. As you can see here, we got overbought, and we came down. Overbought, we came down. It's just a typical pattern of how it works. So anybody buying up here is kind of silly because we are going to turn. And where are we going to go on the way down? Well, who knows? But I will say this: if patterns continue the way they have been, then you could see this low here and this low here. This is our downtrend support line. So if our depth is going to be this deep, that's going to be a fun ride, but we'll have to watch and see what's going to happen because it could just come down to one of these areas over here. We manage this off the relative strength index and about 20 other indicators in the chat room, so you can join us there. We did catch this whole ride, by the way, and that was amazing and fun, and we made a lot of money off of that and also back up, but I think we pulled out in this area. I didn't ride it all the way up here. Now we're just managing, waiting to see what's going to happen. So if you want to do a shorter time frame also on trends, you can see here that we broke that one. So this is next, and we're already getting overbought. So we got one more little pop right here to get up to this area. If we can make it up, that it all depends on tomorrow. But if we do get up there, then we'll get up there and then we'll pull back again and make some money on the way down. But as you can see here, your derivative oscillator is definitely starting to come down now. Your volume is lower. Your stochastics is very high, getting ready to roll over, and the volume that's pushing this up is getting lower and lower. So the recipe is set forth here, and will definitely provide us with some great opportunities. So I did the same thing on the S&P 500. We'll take a quick look at that. Same thing. SPY's getting very close right here. 204 should be the top. It's a pivot anyway, and it'll take your relative strength index to 70. It's at 67 right now, and then we'll be riding that to the downside. We get a 190 target for that one, and you can see everything starting to again come down a little bit, and less volume and so on and so forth. So we'll ride to the top and ride to the bottom. It is that simple. But I'm surprised they took it up that high, but congratulations to them. Now they're getting everybody in so they can sell. IWM, I didn't really do anything with this one. It's trying to hold support right here, but I don't think it's going to. It's going to come down and get this first gap here, and there's another little gap down here at 111, but it definitely hit our 104 from when we were talking about it a long time ago, and that was definitely a fantastic move to the downside. It closed at 194. And we do have a lower target set for this, which is going to be 93. So look for this one to start rolling over again, and we'll have to see what happens. And you can see here that it has reached its, just about reached its top point. In this area over here, maybe one more top, and then that's it, depending on how you look at it. All right, I'm going to try and get into a couple more. Congratulations if you saw the video last night, and I know A couple thousand people did, that's for sure. All right, Dust, let's get right to it. Awesome, awesome today. This thing dropped 10 bucks, nine bucks today. Beautiful move. It's not done yet. We still have this low target down here of 33.32. Looks like some shorts covers into close today. Push this back up again. It was only the last half hour that took place, if it was even that. So congratulations there. Also gold. Any gold that you wanted to play or played, you could see here that it was a beautiful move to the upside, and moved about $7 or $8 today, but came back down under the middle Bollinger Band, so we're going to have to see what happens with that one. But a great bounce off the lower Bollinger Band, starting to get some volume too, and your indicators are starting to turn up, so keep an eye on that. WAG, Walgreens broke the 200-day moving average. Keep an eye on this one because this is one of our gap plays we've been watching for quite some time here. Moving very nicely. It just closed the gap, but it broke the 200 at the same time, and your relative strength index is a little bit high. So look for the 200-day to be support on this one on any pullback. But it should pull back a little bit, and because it did close this gap. But we want to make sure that we keep an eye on this because it thinks it's going to be trending to the upside and making new highs at some point here, because it looks that way by closing that gap. So CXO, I'm going to try and burn through a couple more real quick here. CXO, I want you to keep an eye on this one here. It did break the middle Bollinger Band, so it's very bullish, and it did make the move all the way up to the support line that we have in place. If this support line breaks to the upside, make sure you ride this. Set your alert right here at 112.50. If it breaks over this, then it should get pretty bullish to the upside and start making some advances up into the 135 area, somewhere around there. VRTX, I have so many. This will be the last one though. All right, VRTX, I want you to keep an eye on this one because we did break this area right here, which is a very, very tough area to do. All right, keep an eye on this. This is Matt over Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you as a member tomorrow.